Hey guys, good morning. I am sitting here waiting for a student to show up, so if I have to leave in the middle of this, then so be it. But there have been so many questions from all of you about the reward slide in the mock class. You are asking me about secondary rewards and the reward slide, and do you return to the reward slide throughout the lesson? Um, Also, you are asking me about stars within the mock class, and there's just so many questions about the reward slide and rewarding your student throughout your mock class. So I just want to clear it all up right now with this video. Okay, so today I am talking to you about the reward slide that is in the lower levels 2 and 3 mock class. This is the third slide in the lesson, and it says My Toys. This slide is an interactive slide where you and the student can drag and drop the objects into the shopping cart. Okay? So the first thing I want to cover about this slide, when you get to this slide, the first thing I want you to do is introduce your secondary reward. If you don't know what a secondary reward is, you need to have something that you are rewarding your student with throughout the lesson, throughout the mock class. Okay, so today I am going to show you how to reward the student with these stars. Okay, so you could use anything. You could use stars. A lot of you have printed out the pizzas, so you could use these little pizzas or anything else. Okay, something that you think the student would be excited about earning throughout the class. Okay, so that's something that you need to have for your mock class. You need to have a secondary reward, and these are secondary rewards. When you get to the reward slide, say to your mentor, say, when you do a good job, you get a star. Star. Good job. Okay? That's all you have to say. When you do a good job, you get pizza. Pizza. Good job. That's it. Okay, that's how you're going to introduce your reward to the student. I found this little thing in my classroom, this little picture holder, because you will get points, or it is a good thing if you can display your reward behind you so that the mentor can see it throughout the class, so the student can see like what they are earning. Okay, so I'm going to use this to display mine. You do not need to have this, but try to display it on the wall behind you or some way that you can see it throughout the class. Okay, so when you do a good job, you get a star. And so each time they get the reward throughout the class, I'm just going to stick my stars here. So that way, my reward is in the view of the student throughout the class. So I'm going to get those extra points. And they're getting, my reward is the stars. Okay? Or you could stick them on the wall. If you have a shelf like this, you could say, when you do a good job, you get a present. And then you could just sit them right there. Okay? So it's viewable throughout the mock class, and you introduced your secondary reward. Now, let's talk about the stars. Within the mock class, you do not need to give your student any stars. You don't even need to touch the stars, okay? There's been so many questions, and there's been a few recently hired teachers who have been giving advice within the applicant support group that I have on Facebook, but you do not need to give any stars. These are my secondary reward, but no stars within the virtual classroom, okay? If you have already done the mock class and you're like, wait, Jordan, you're wrong. My mentor told me I should be giving the student stars. They're just giving you that tip because when you're an actual VIPKid teacher and you're in the classroom, there will be virtual stars that you can give the student, and you do need to give those to the student. So they're just telling you that. You don't actually need to use them in the mock class at all. You're not required to use them. You won't lose any points if you don't use them. So just ignore the stars. And when the mentor says to you, like, hey, when you're a teacher, you'll give the student stars in the virtual classroom, just say, okay, great, thank you for the tip, okay? You don't need to do it in the mock class. Give them your secondary reward. Now, when you get to the reward slide, the My Toys slide in the lower levels, levels 2 and 3, interactive mock class, this is how I want you to teach it. And this is reflected in the mock class script that if you are my referral, that you have access to, okay? So I would circle My Toys. I would circle it and say, My Toys. Good. Okay, if you have little trinkets, little toys, you could hold them up. I don't know, these are toys. You could say, My Toys. My Toys. Good. And now you're going to teach them how to drag and drop. So again, if you missed it when I said it before, this slide is interactive. These little toys on the shelves, they move. Okay? So I'm showing them my mouse. I do, we do, you do, okay? Drag and drop. Okay, so while I'm saying drag and drop and showing them my mouse, I'm actually using the keypad on my laptop to drag and drop the toy into the cart, okay? So I'm going to do that once and say drag and drop. Drag and drop. And if you want, you can refresh the screen and make those toys go back on the shelf. After you have demonstrated it to the student, you've modeled how to drag and drop by showing them your mouse, by dragging and dropping yourself, then I would say, you drag and drop. You drag and drop. Your mentor might need a little encouragement. Show them the mouse, say, you drag and drop, and keep showing them, refreshing the screen. Once they drag and drop, say, good job, and click to the next slide. You never, ever, ever have to return to the slide, okay? So once you have introduced your secondary reward and you have demonstrated how to drag and drop, you got the student to drag and drop, you're done. You do not have to return to this slide. You're going to hop on to the next slide, and that's it. Just another thing about your reward. At the end of your mock class on the goodbye slide, you want your student to have earned 5 rewards. 5 pizzas, 5 stars, 5 something. Heard something? Okay, and so then on the goodbye slide, you say, you did a great job today. You got, and at that time they should have 5 things back here. You got 5 stars. Okay? And then you can count them with them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly say that. So after you've counted them, that's good. Now, how do they earn 5 stars throughout the class? This is a short lesson. The mock class is only 10 minutes long. So I recommend to you that every 2 minutes you are rewarding the student. Just say, you did a good job. You get a star. Put it back there. Okay? And so then if you have done that about every other slide, I think there's about 10 teaching slides in the mock class. Once you get to the goodbye slide, they have earned 5 stars. Also, throughout the lesson, at least on every slide, you want to say, good job, whatever their name is, okay? So that you are consistently rewarding and praising your student throughout the lesson. So, I hope that this has helped to clear up all of the questions about rewards, stars, secondary rewards, whatever question that you have had regarding rewards in the mock class. If it has not, leave a comment below and I will try and answer that question. If you're looking for a secondary reward to use, feel free to message me or look in the Google Drive and you will find something that you can print out and use in your mock class. Happy teaching!